Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel, Anna Bella, and today I'm going to be reviewing Season 12 of Doctor Who, Episode 10, The Timeless Children. The first mention of a timeless child or the timeless children was in Series 11, which featured the 30th Doctor as played by Jodie Whittaker, when the floating magical bandages spoke to the Doctor about the timeless child, which was herself. Also, the Doctor's name is contained in the Medusa Cascade. That's something. This episode was one of the best ever episodes of Doctor Who. First of all, we had aliens. 2, the aliens had a plan. 3, we had the Master trying to overlord the aliens. 4, we had to foil all 3. Plus a 5th element, the whole of Gallifreyan / Doctor Who history was involved. It was brilliant. It brought back flashes of the 50th anniversary episode of Doctor Who, The Day of the Doctor. Brilliant episode. It had flashes of Riversong's sacrifice. We'll get to that later. Don't worry, put that on the back burner. I will get to that. There were so many. I'm loving the fact that we were in the Matrix. It brought back one of my favourite ever Doctor Who stories, Trial of a Time Lord. Love that story. It brought back the assassination of the president. So much fun, as the Master said. It was just full of these little classic Who nuggets. It was a great episode. Obviously for new Who viewers, it could have been a bit confusing, but I enjoyed it. It was really, really good. Never has a Doctor Who episode been so gripping or so interesting. First point, for those of you who are not familiar with the Big Finish stories and or some of the classic Who stories from William Hartnell all the way to Sylvester McCoy, it's worth pointing out that there has been this theory about the Doctor and the Master floating around for some time. We call it the Gallifreyan Black Ops theory, which basically states that the Time Lords themselves had a policy of non-interference, but in rare cases they would intervene, either unleashing the Master or the Doctor as Black Ops to control and maintain the universe, and that partly has been confirmed by this episode in The Timeless Child. Only the Master is not part of the Black Ops thing. The Doctor is, as the Timeless Child, as part of the division, which means the Doctor has led many lives. It's also very interesting. We also do not know who that cyber person was. Was that cyber person that half conversion one? The one where the Master, known as O, said, "Don't mean to conversion shame you." Were they a Doctor life? That's a good question. There are so many questions. And was the old man at the end? This is a spoiler warning. Riversong. Because we had 2 things. Run. And don't you dare. And we all know who said those, for those of you who know that particular thing in the library. Anyway, moving on from that, there were so many things going on. I'm liking the fact that Graham and Yaz had a heart-to-heart. I thought that was really good. I love the fact that they brought back Rosa, the Black Doctor, the Black female Doctor. I love the fact that she was there as an anchor and a sound of reason. Loved it. I'm loving the fact that you had the Master lead the Doctor through. I'm loving the fact that they skipped school together. Ooh, adrenaline junkies. Anyway, it was a very, very good episode. There is so much to unpack in this episode. It was brilliant. I'm loving the fact that we also had links to an 11th Doctor story, the Cyber Planner. I know a lot of people like that episode. Did you notice that the Master was wearing a nice purpley velvet coat? Very 11th Doctor. Oh, there was so many interlinking things. See, this is the thing about Doctor Who. It gets paradoxical and also interlinks so nicely and beautifully. This has been a very, very good episode. Ryan also had his moment when he threw, or more I say, rolled the bomb towards the Cybermen. Very, very good. Each character had certain character moments that were done brilliantly. I'm loving the fact that we had a William Hartnell TARDIS. I'm loving the fact that we had a Doctor Who reclaiming the TARDIS at the end of the episode. I'm loving the fact that she admired the tree TARDIS. That, but you've got a working chameleon circuit. I'm afraid you're going to have to stay there. Love that. But overall, I love the fact that the Cyberium and the Matrix may have fused within the Master, which is very interesting. And also it points to the fact that all Time Lords are psychic, because the Timeless Child, aka the Doctor, is. So to make a Time Lord, 1, you need prolonged exposure to the time vortex, as in River's case. 2, you also need basically an injection. So it's quite interesting how it was controlled. I really wish I could remember the name of the original species of human-like life forms on Gallifrey that Tacto was a part of, the exploring female who found the child at that gaping hole, which I'm assuming the gaping hole was actually the time vortex, which basically means that the time vortex allows you to jump to different parts of the universe at different times. So they're not actually using time travel, they're exploiting a hole in the universe. Very dangerous stuff, if not done correctly. Interesting. Yes, I enjoyed the episode. There's lots to unpick, lots to find out. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. It was brilliantly done. I'm loving the fact that you had plans within plans within plans within plans. I did feel that the half-converted Cybermen kind of got pushed aside because the Master was there. It's like they fused two things together. You really wanted the Cyberium to go somewhere, but then they had to introduce O because they'd started with O at the start of the series in episode 1 and 2 in Spyfall. In Spyfall, part 1 and 2, which was good. Excuse me, but you just felt that actually you would have liked the Cybermen to have done their boogie thing by themselves. But hey, who cares? We got the whole of the Doctor's history on Gallifrey kind of explained, but then it was sort of like, oh, the memory is fragmented, somebody has gone along and deleted this, but Tacto, your adopted mum has left you something, so that every time the Doctor was sent out on a mission by the Time Lord Council, they would wipe his mind and then reset him as a child again, giving him a new regeneration cycle, I'm guessing. And one of the reasons why the Master gravitated towards the Doctor was because he knew that he was special and he got special treatment, which was one of the reasons why he was allowed to skip school. And who was the hermit that he was talking to? Anyway, this has got absolutely nothing to do with the episode, which we're supposed to be reviewing. Not babbling about random Doctor Who history. Another thing that's worth mentioning besides the Big Finish stories and Classic Who is the book Long Barrow. That's a good book as well. But I guess now we can finally kick the ridiculous Time Lord looms to the curb. Don't ask about Time Lord looms. They're pointless, ridiculous, and this episode means that they're totally irrelevant. Thank God for that. Anyway, I'm giving this episode 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed how it all came together. There's so much to unpick that I possibly might do another review on it when I've sort of processed some stuff. But yes, there was River Song references in it. Spoiler warning, River Song references. There was references to Classic Who throughout. There always is going to be when you have the Master. But what I would like to know is how Missy regenerated into, the new Master, which I would like to sort of see, but that's just because people like to have their Doctor Who nice and tidy. I know, why do we need it tidy? Really? It's timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff. It's got to be timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff. But at least we now know what we already knew to be correct, that the Doctor was part of some sort of Gallifreyan Black Ops stuff, and that he/she is the original being where all regenerations come from. But 1, another question, where did the Doctor come from? 2, what species? And 3, how on earth did his name or her name end up in the Medusa Cascade? So many questions, not enough time to answer. Oh well. But as it says there, silence is all we're going to get. So I'm going to give this episode 5 out of 5. Sorry if you've been spoiled. I really enjoyed it. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you for the support. Bye. Roll on next season. Season 13. Yes. I want that so bad. So many questions, and I'm loving the fact that the Doctor is in a maximum security prison. Very much like his wife. Or her wife. Pronouns. This is going to get tricky. Bye.